Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening. Depends with the part of the world you are watching from. Thank you so much for being supportive and for subscribing, commenting, and liking my videos. Please continue doing so. And also share the videos with other people so that we can get to learn a lot of things, show you around, and many more other things. So today's a beautiful Sunday on this side of the world. So I want to walk around, and it being a Sunday, I want to share some insight, especially about religion versus spirituality. I know most of you today have gone to church or went to church. So whatever opinions are going to be expressed in this video, don't feel offended. Nothing is meant to harm you. I'm just being myself and sharing maybe what I know. So welcome, and enjoy the vlog. So guys, I know that most of the times many people have a lot of different opinions about religion and spirituality. So these are very controversial topics. That's why I said anything said in this video should not feel offensive or should not make you change your decisions. Yeah. So okay, for me, I'm not like I'm not that religious. And by saying I'm not that religious, I mean that I do not believe in Christianity. Not that Christianity is bad, but for various reasons. And one of the main reasons is that when it comes to religion, not just Christianity, but most of the religions, most of the time you find that they 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 always teach us about a God who is very like separate from us. And when it comes to things like spirituality, they always teach about God being part of us or God within us. So I'm much more to I'm much more into spirituality because it tells us that we are one with God, that God is within us. And the reason I believe that is because God is us. Like we can't personify, like there is no way we can personify God. The moment you start personifying God, you start viewing God or perceiving God like a being that stays somewhere in the sky, of which I don't think is true. God is source of everything. God is everything that has life. That it is God expressing in that form. So guys, what do you think about that? Please share your ideas or comment or opinions on the comment. Let us educate each other, especially in such topics, because I know many people are afraid to talk about them, or for some, they don't want their ideas being challenged. So by saying that God is part of us or God is within us, that technically means that we are also gods. that just like God, we are creators and we can't be limited to anything, that we are limitless, that we have no end. And that means with proper faith, we can do a lot of great things because the godly essence thrives within our own being. That everything about us is about God. That we have that fire from within. So we can like do a lot of great things in every possible way because we have already been handed that those godly abilities. So guys, again I insist, these opinions are not there to offend anyone. I'm just sharing my ways of life, the way I perceive things, and many more. You can as well comment on the video and try to give us opinions on what you believe, or maybe I'm seeing it the wrong way. Again, guys, I think I'm not trying to be offensive on anyone. I'm just trying to say that we are fractures or we are expressions of God. So, ideally, with that being said, that means we are all one. We are all one and the same thing. So, that means when you look at your neighbor or at your friends, wherever you look at, so that is just you looking at yourself. The only, the only, the only different thing is that we are in different bodies or different avatars, so that the soul can, learn or can experience things differently. But we are just one soul. It's just like the way you can fetch some water and you sprinkle it around. Okay, you have a cup of water. So when the water is in that cup, it seems to be one thing. But when you sprinkle it around, the there will be different drops coming from the main cup, but it is just the same thing. So we are all expressions of God. We are all souls having a temporary human experience. So before we are humans, we are souls because souls are direct from the source, or what we call, okay, we can call it the quantum field, spirit, souls. You can call it source or many other names because God is what many people tries to name, but I will always say God is what we can't give a name. It is the one which is unnameable. I think you can't name God, but but I think even those in the regions, they are not far from the truth. I think we keep speaking about the same things, but like we keep speaking about the same thing, but in different forms, and that is why the opinions always end up like depending humans. We have seen that many times in most of the religions. Like you find these people, they don't like this other religion. Like they want to fight over like petty issues and such more. So I was saying like religion brings a lot of division among humans, and I was trying to say that even in some religions like Christianity and Islam, we have different domains. We have Catholics. I also hear like in Islam they have like three different domains. So what happens? You will find that most of the times in just the same religions, or we say just like in Christianity, you will see like Catholics, they are they are against others, they want to fight others, they don't want to do things the same way with others, such things. I don't know why that should be so, bearing in mind that they are all Christians or they are worshipping the same God. So that division is something very unnecessary. It is not healthy. We have seen what some of these things have done to humanity, especially when you look back at our history. You will see what some religions have done to harm humanity. Okay, not that religions are entirely bad, but during the development stages of these religions, a lot of things happened. A lot of people suffered. A lot of nations perished in the name of religion. So many people have suffered in the name of religion, whereas we are all one. We are all from the same source. We are all from the same creator, the prime creator. That is where we all come from. And I was insisting that before we are humans, we are souls. And even before like we came to this planet to experience this form of duality, so like I was saying, before we came to this planet to experience duality, this is something we really knew. We are not here by random. We came from very far. We came from majesty. And to majesty, we always return. Yeah, because, okay, how can I explain it? This is so like deep. Okay, what do I mean by we came from very far? Like, souls choose to come to such a planet. So like we have different dimensions, we have frequencies and vibrations. So what happens that like a planet like Earth, a planet like Earth is a dualistic planet. So that means there are a lot of challenges in such a planet. But we have other stars and other planet bodies which are paradise, or what we can perceive as heaven. Because heaven is not a literal place, just being somewhere, like there is a specific place like heaven. Heaven is all the star systems, all the planets that have no duality. That is what we call like paradise, like a place like Earth. Yeah, we have duality, we have challenges, we have situations, and we have a lot of hardships to persevere. So, like I was saying, before before we came here, like decisions were made by us and by our soul families, so that we could come and experience this duality and experience being fully human. That is by forgetting who we really are. And the biggest challenge is trying to remember who we really are or what we are all about. So I think the purpose of life on earth, or our purpose on earth, is just coming in such a place for soul growth, so that we can expand in our consciousness and we can try to remember what we are really about. So okay, I think the way these things happen, we have things called soul plans. Soul plans are the themes that we explore in our lifetimes or in different waking dreams. I think people are being kiancast on the other side. Like up there, there is a ghetto somewhere there, and there is a lot of crime around that area. So, like, guys, I was saying we have. Let me just sit somewhere. Like, guys, I was saying like every human have a soul plan. I was saying the soul plans are the challenges or whatever we experience in our lifetimes. So so we decided to come here, and each and every one of us is guided by members of our soul families, or we have guardian angels. There are some voices in our head that they are not originally ours. Those are our guides who keep on trying to remind us what we are really about. So all of us have guides. We have guardian angels. This could be our friends, our soul families, even even our mates from origin. So when I talk about origin, where is this origin from? So okay, I want you to get this. So like, how did human life begin, or how did humans come to being? So like, from my understanding, you, humans naturally evolved from the God source. That was as the earth was evolving. So that is how humans started evolving, and even some of other species on Earth, they started evolving from the God source. That is what we say like billions of years ago. So so what happened during these evolutions? So naturally, planet Earth was inhabited by Earth native souls. These were the original souls on Earth, Earth native souls. So along the way, these souls were very primitive. They were evolving, but they could barely survive because they could face a lot of hardships. They were very primitive, so they never knew a lot of things that could sustain them throughout their lives. So what happened? I know this is a part that most people never want to believe. So in the universe, we are not alone. We have the watchers. And when I say about the watchers, many people, especially those in the region, they think that I'm going to talk about the demons. That is the part where most people want to confuse, because especially most religious people, I have nothing against the religious people, but I think most of them, they only want to recognize demons. They forget that we have angels and council of beings that really love humans, beings that that are in higher dimensions, that are from paradise star systems. That is like the Pleiades. we have like the Arcturians, we have Syrians, we have Andromedas, we have Orion. So these are councils of beings. Like they are in a galactic kind of a world. So that they came together so that they could serve the the sacred essence of oneness, that is the essence of God. So this was they started visiting our planet, and I'm not talking about the Anunnakis here, because most people they think the Anunnakis were the first people to come on Earth and start interbreeding with humans. That is a lie. The ages of light, which are even well documented and described in the holy books like the Bible, only that people they just want to see it from a new perspective. These beings were the first to upgrade humans. They are from a galactic federation. So, like the first beings to ever come on Earth, they were Pleiadians. Pleiadians are from the they are from inaitwa aje, Taurus. They are from that part of the world. It is called the Taurus. So it is a concentration of many planets, but the most common, or the one that the humans really know well, we call it the Seven Sisters. That is in the Pleiades. So the Seven Sisters is well documented, even in the Bible, I think. Some people call it Seven Sisters, others they say the Seven Churches, and many other names, but they are just meaning, but their meaning is just the same. So Pleiadians were the first ones to come to Earth, and they were the first ones to upgrade humans, and they were joined by other members of the Galactic Federation. That is Arcturians, Syrians, Andromedas, Orions, all of them. They really inspired the human upgrade, and even the way the humans are diverse. That is why we all don't look the same. So the inspiration came from those beings, because also they don't look the same, but humans look more like Pleiadians. Pleiadians, they just look like us, but they are beings of light. They are so powerful. And in our universe, the most loving beings are the most powerful. So the decisions were meant to upgrade humans, and that happened. And they never upgraded humans through mating. That is a big lie. They upgraded humans through circulation of light. Their bodies are not like ours. They don't use blood, and they are like ours. They circulate light in their body. Even their earth is crystalline. It circulates light. The first Pleiadians to visit Earth, it was Eldaikai. Eldaikai is the being that Christians think is God, but Eldaikai is not God. Eldaikai is a commander and the leader of the Galactic Federation. Eldaikai commands legions of angels. So Eldaikai Eldaikai specifically is from Tageta. Or don't mind about my pronunciations. So I'm saying like Eldaikai is from Tigeta in the Pleiades. they came here, like he came here with Eldashananda. Eldashananda is from Meru. Meru is also a star in the Pleiades, or it is among the seven sisters. So who is Eldashananda? Eldashananda is the being who was sent to Earth by this council of beings, and he is the one who came to Earth as Jesus. Not to be worshipped, not to be feared, but to remind you about your divine essence. Okay, such beings, they carry the bodily consciousness fully. So they are here to remind others about their bodily essence and who they really are. And for those who truly follow the true teachings of Jesus, they know that Jesus taught us that God is within us. God is within us, and we are all gods because we are all daughters and sons of God. So we are just like God. So those were the two beings who ever came to us first. So the first wave, that is million of years ago, was upgraded by the Galactic Federation. Then many arrangements were made. The citations continued on Earth, and now at some point, these beings started interacting with mostly the indigenous humans on Earth. That's why when you go to all indigenous communities, they will tell you these stories that they were once visited by sky gods, that they used to call those beings gods from the sky. And even here in Africa, when you ask indigenous communities like the Dogon of Mali in West Africa, they will tell you that they were visited by council of beings from Sirius, from the star system Sirius. I think Sirius is the brightest star in our sky, something like that. It's one of the brightest stars in our sky. So they can tell you like they were once visited by beings from Sirius. When you go to the Hopi, the Cherokee in North America, they will tell you about Peridians. When you go to those on that other side of Australia, they will tell you that they were once visited by these beings. So these beings used to interact with humans. They used to come and introduce new ways to humans, like farming, how humans should take care of themselves, like the infrastructure, like things like constructions. Originally, what humans know as culture today, historically, that is Peridian history. Okay, I'm specifying much about Peridians because they had a lot of influence. They had a lot of influence over humans. So, at some point, these beings, or Peridians and others, they stopped visiting the Earth, and the reason why they stopped coming to Earth, they started making plans to connect as humans. So instead of interfering with humans' daily life, these higher beings, they made plans to incarnate and experience life on Earth as humans. By coming here, you forget who you really are, so that you can have that complete human experience. And the plot twist is this: some of you watching these videos are these ages. Only that some of you have not realized that you are these angels. So this was the source who started incarnating as humans. We call them stars. Okay, so what I'm saying, the source from higher realms that started incarnating on Earth to experience the human life. We call them starseed. So that is why I was saying we have two types of souls. We have the Earth native souls that evolved naturally from the God source, and now we have the starseeds. These are souls from the higher realms. So the purpose of starseeds on Earth, these are beings that they have a lot of godliness essence in them. They are here to help. So because they are here to help with the frequencies and the vibrations of the planet, so that the planet can stay in a higher awareness. But most of the times, the other native souls, they can't resonate with such things. So now the beings from higher realms, they started incarnating. They started sending teachers to Earth. Teachers like Jesus, teachers like Krishna, Buddha. All of those ones are the same, and they are never meant to be feared or worshipped. These are our peers back home. Even most of you know them already from the higher dimensions, or only that you forgot. So all these teachers, they came to remind us about our divine essence, because remember I was telling you, before we are humans, we are souls. We are souls having a brief human experience. So our life is not confined on Earth. We are very extraterrestrial beings. We are very multidimensional. This is not our home. Our home is in the higher realms. So Anunnakis interfering with humans, this story came later, and this is where the story of Adam and Eve starts from. The story of Adam and Eve begins way after humans already existed on Earth. That is a specific bloodline that was interfered with or altered by the Anunnakis. And that is why most of the time you find that the God labeled in the Old Testament, like the God was doing things that they are not really good. And we can also see Jesus telling people things against that God, because that was not the true God. Those were the Anunnaki gods, and that God cut across all the mainstream religions. Okay, I don't know if you are understanding. And again, I'm not here to anyone with my opinions. I'm just sharing what I know. But I know whatever I'm saying is true. That all the gods embodied in the mainstream religions, that is not the true God. Those were gods who came and interfered with humans, and they started playing heroes so that humans could believe the gods were saviors. But these gods were the ones harming humans, because these are the guns that they went against the Galactic Federation. So they decided to create we call it the what, matrix, the one we exist in today, the one that seems like a what, the one that seems like a simulation, so that we feel like we are trapped here. And in essence, we are not trapped. We are powerful than we ever think. So I'm not telling those in their religions to leave their religions, but I'm just sharing my opinions that the guns that were against the Galactic Federation, they played villains and they altered the brand line that was along that lineage of Adam and Eve. And these are the gods that wanted to be feared. They wanted brand sacrifices. They were doing rituals. They were killing children and many other evil things. So guys, I will continue expounding on this topic. Welcome. For those in religion, don't feel offended. There is nothing wrong with you. Most of you are great people. Remember again, I was insisting that morality is what matters. We are on a morality test. We are being tested morally. So do good unto others. Always wish others well. Always forgive others. Always be peaceful. And always help others wherever you can. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Kindly subscribe, comment, like, and share this video with others. Let others learn and let them know that there is a Mr. ONENESS job on YouTube. So thank you so much. We will catch up again next Sunday. So in the course of the week, I will continue dropping more vlogs. Thank you so much. Continue supporting, guys. I love you so much, my people. I really do love you. We are love, and this is what we are made of. Love is the essence of God. So I really love you. I know you people love me as well. I really appreciate you. And today I want to tell you guys, you are more than enough. You are more than complete. And you are awesome people. You are all. You are divine. You are purposeful. You are multidimensional. You are divine. You are sacred. You are the best thing that ever happened to this planet. Never ever regret anything in your life. Life is so precious. And guys, I'll see you next Saturday. I'm feeling that I don't want to leave, but we will catch up. Bye bye and see you guys. Thank you.